Nigeria's First Lady extols women's strength, achievements, reaffirms commitment to building society free from discrimination and limitations. Information Minister Mohammed Idris wants Muslim faithful to use Ramadan for introspection, make right decisions while promoting national unity. Niger Delta youth leaders visit Akpabio, seek National Assembly intervention to build peace in the region as Deputy Senate President receives defectors to APC. Hello and welcome to the news. I'm Nancy Godi Angonihu. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has called on women to endanger and endeavor to lift each other up, one woman at a time. This is in her message commemorating this year's International Women's Day. Extolling the strength and achievements of all women and girls across Nigeria and the world, the First Lady says the theme for the celebration for all women and girls, rights, equality, empowerment, serves as a powerful reminder of the need to reaffirm commitment to building a society where every woman and a girl can thrive, free from discrimination and limitations. She notes that it is time for women to make this happen, urging them to stand up and play their part. And Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas says Nigeria needs women to be at the forefront of development. In a message to mark International Women's Day, Speaker Abbas canvasses empowerment of women right from childhood, saying they are critical to the development of a nation. He therefore called for the deployment at the forefront when executing developmental projects and programs at various leadership levels. He notes that as Speaker of the 10th Assembly, he has been leading campaigns for the protection of the girl child and the inclusion of women in politics and governance in Nigeria due to their critical roles in society. While congratulating Nigerian women as they mark International Women's Day, Speaker Abbas says the time is apt for accelerated action on women inclusion in governance. The 2025 International Women's Day is significant to Nigerian women looking forward to a brighter prospects and opportunities. The transformative commitment of President Bola Tinubu to give the women a hope is evident with the move to increase budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Women Affairs. This is the opinion of the Minister of Women Affairs, Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, as she x-rays benefits for celebrating Nigerian women. Ngozi Technique was there.
The Minister of Women Affairs, while commending the President Bola Tinubu's led government for breaking the barrier for the first time in the history of the ministry, said that the future is bright for Nigerian women as the ministry will scale up on its Women Economic Empowerment Program, the ministry's legacy project, National Electronic Dashboard, and EU-UN Spotlight Initiative with the ministry to tackle GBV.
Structured support for women entrepreneurs under the Nigerian for Women project Scale Up, which we just commenced. We will be reaching a minimum of 4.5 million women nationwide to bridge that gap. We must accelerate efforts towards political inclusion, ensuring that women have a seat at the table, not as token, but as equal partners in governance and development.
She therefore emphasized that the UN Commission on the Status of Women, CSW, for 2025 will afford Nigerian delegates opportunity to forge stronger global partnerships and amplify the collective commitment to gender justice and empowerment. The minister called on women to use the opportunity of the International Women's Day to strengthen their unity, determination, and commitment to tackling the challenges that have held them back from realizing the full potentials of Nigerian women and girls. In Abuja, Ngozi Technique, NTA News.
The president of the Customs Officers Wives Association, Kikelomo Adeniyi, is emphasizing the need to continue to empower women to reach their full potential, thereby providing meaningful support for their spouses and families. Kikelomo Adeniyi, in a message at a program held at the Nigerian Customs Service headquarters in Abuja, believes when women are empowered and when women are empowered, they become catalysts for positive change, driving growth and empowerment and development in their families, communities, and society as a whole. The event, which drew custom officers' wives from across the FCT, featured a panelist discussion bordering on making women create a brighter future, challenge stereotypes, and advocate for a more inclusive and equitable world. Women in Nasarawa State also mark this year's International Women's Day, dominating discourse on the need for empowerment, inclusion, and sustained gender equality. Abigail Bashi reports that Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule joined the celebration, recognizing the contributions of women in nation building.
Continues to gain momentum as Nasarawa women converge in Lafia to commemorate the 2025 International Women's Day. Giving their contribution to societal development, Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule maintained that government is ready to engage women and girls to impact the society positively.
The Nasarawa State has already set the pace and set an example. I will not be surprised if the next deputy governor of Nasarawa State is a woman.
The policies, the mission, the mandate, everything is there for us women. It is high time we accelerated the action.
Existing data has suggested that women are marginalized when it comes to access to safe and nutritious diets, and today is particularly important.
Wife of Nasarawa State Governor Silifat Abdullahi Sule helps on addressing the root causes of gender inequality, as well as promoting inclusive decision-making processes where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. In a paper presentation with the topic Accelerating Gender Equality and Women Economic Empowerment, the Vice Chancellor of Nasarawa State University, Kefi, Professor Saadatu Hassan Liman, challenged key players to invest in women to accelerate progress for a more equitable society. More insight is given by a panel of discussants who advocate equal access, better nutrition, economic empowerment, and justice for women. In Lafia, Abigail Bashi, NTA News.
This is the news at 11 on NTA 24. More reports when we come back after this break. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris has urged Nigerians, particularly Muslim faithful, to use the month of Ramadan as a time for introspection as individuals, as families, and make the right decisions to promote national unity. The minister was among dignitaries at the 2025 Ramadan lecture jointly organized by the leading public broadcasters in the country, the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, and the Voice of Nigeria. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
And I do hope the management of the NTA and the other sister stations will continue to uphold this very important lecture every year.
Passionate appeal from the man who is providing the right leadership in the last 2 years to the agencies under his watch, who are already making him proud with forums such as these as parts of their corporate social responsibilities for 19 years. Recommendations from the in-depth analysis of this year's lecture topic, faith, politics and power, the minister assured will come handy as parts of the narratives in seeking for solutions to the internal and external political dynamics
in the country.
During this holy month of Ramadan, where families come together in supplication, reflection, solidarity, and compassion for one another, the triple effect of today's theme, viz. Faith, politics, and power, are intertwined with our yesterday, with our today, and God willing, our tomorrow. Undoubtedly, it is a phenomenon that we must all continue to navigate.
He assured that the 2025 budget of 54 trillion naira holds the key to a prosperous Nigeria.
It is an ambitious one of about 54 trillion naira, but which puts so much emphasis on national security, education, infrastructure, health, and agriculture. In addition, one of the most outstanding outcomes of the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the creation of the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development.
He equally appealed to Muslim faithful to showcase the spirit and teachings of Ramadan to promote national unity. From Kaduna, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
Niger Delta youth leaders have appealed for the intervention of the National Assembly to build peace in the region. This was during a solidarity visit to the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that the Deputy President of the Senate, on the other hand, received a group of defectors to the ruling APC.
The visit by the Niger Delta youths was not only for solidarity with the presidents of the Senate, it is also to express gratitude to President Tinubu for his support, which led to the emergence of a son of the Niger Delta as the number 3 citizen of Nigeria. The visit was an opportunity to meet with representatives of the region in the Red Chamber, who they urged to do something about the crisis in Rivers State. They appealed also for economic intervention from the federal government through extension of the coastal highway projects to the Niger Delta, reactivation of seaports, and extension of Itakpe rail line to Abuja.
If we expand the business frontiers, especially in the seaport business, the entire Niger Delta open up for business activities, and where business activities thrive, there's a latent function that economy alone solves. Issues of insecurity.
The issue of Coastal Road, Mr. President had, on my intervention when it was launched in Lagos, directed the Minister of Works to commence those things, not only from one section, but from different sections. As I speak now, the Minister of Works has informed me that very soon I will come and join him to commence a section that will pass through some parts of the Niger Delta region towards Odukpani and Calabar.
Meanwhile, the Deputy President of the Senate, Barrow Jibrin, and the National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, have received defectors from across the 19 northern states, majority of who were members of the Atiku Abubakar support group in the 2023 presidential election.
Henceforth, we will work with the government to actualize President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and lead our country to the next level of economic prosperity.
You've decided that you come in to team up with Mr. President so that you can give your support so that he will succeed in his effort to change the trajectory of our development so that this country will become a land of El Dorado.
You are part and integral part of our great party, the APC. We are lucky that we have a leader. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the man who is a nationalist. He is not a tribalist. He is not a sectionalist. He is a man who believes in Nigeria.
The defectors were reassured that APC believes in internal democracy, respects the rule of law, and does not discriminate among members. Lami Ali, NTA News.
The National Civil Society of Nigeria has appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to wade into the political feud in the Rivers State in the interest of democracy and the rule of law. The council said presidential intervention in Rivers crisis will greatly assist to stabilize the political atmosphere and foster good governance, which democracy exemplifies. National Civil Society Council of Nigeria urged Governor Siminalayi Fubara to comply with Supreme Court's decision, represent the appropriation bill and commissioner nominees before the House.
Upon all members of the Rivers House of Assembly to extend their cooperation with the executive branch under Governor Siminalayi Fubara without any hidden agenda. By working together harmoniously, we believe that the government of Rivers State can address the pressing issue facing the state and serve the best interests of Rivers people and Nigeria in general. We repeat, it is never too late for peace.
Coalition of Nigerian youth leaders expressed dismay over the attitude of few people who would join politics to spoil. Now, the group said judgments should not only be celebrated only when they favor a particular interest, and advised individuals and groups to desist from making inflammatory remarks. Coalition of Nigerian youth leaders has condemned the conduct of Senator representing Kogi Central Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan on the floor of the Senate and disrespect to its leadership. The coalition said the senator should comply with the Senate recommendations for her sanctions to be reviewed and lifted, and urged her to imbibe the character of a distinguished woman who has excelled in politics. The organization appreciated the maturity of senators in the face of the crisis and urged the Senate not to compromise their dignity in ensuring that the core values of the National Assembly are preserved.
We must stand by Nigerian women by encouraging noble and honorable women to participate in politics and take up leadership positions in the country, especially in the legislature. We seize this opportunity to commend our First Lady, Her Excellency, Distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for her unbiased position, and Distinguished Senator Ireti Kinkibe for standing by the truth.
The House of Representatives says it is aggregating the inputs of Nigerians towards enriching the tax reform bills with a view to making them stand the test of time. Chairman House Committee on Finance, James Faleke, stated this as committee members round off clause-by-clause consideration of the bills. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Iben reports.
Leveraging on their diverse professional expertise, members of the House Committee on Finance carefully consider each of the 4 tax reform bills, taking into account public input. They identify clauses that require retention, amendment, or revision, with the ultimate goal of ensuring the tax bills align with the public's aspiration for significant reform in Nigeria's tax administration. Through robust discussions and debates, committee members work towards consensus on the bills.
All the issues raised have been well considered. We are making our recommendations in our own opinion. So when we do lay the report and the House considers it and approve it with them, we are very sure that it will stand the test of time. Nigerians will be happy.
And I think the spirit behind this consolidated tax is to be in tandem with international and global best practices and to promote ease of doing business.
There's been no divergence. We've all come together to say this bill must pass because we see it as a sine qua non to the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President.
Like other developed countries, if we do a little into how much we can collect in taxes, I think many of all these deficiencies, we are having in government, having no money to do some spending, infrastructures and other stuff like that, will be a thing of the past.
The committee's objective is to present a comprehensive report that captures the best interests of Nigerians, ultimately refining the tax bills into legislations that will reflect modern realities. Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
The president of the Customs Officers' Wives Association, Kike Lomo Adeniyi, is emphasizing the need to continue to empower women to reach their full potential, thereby providing meaningful support for their spouses and families. Kike Lomo Adeniyi, in a message at a program held at the Nigerian Customs Service headquarters in Abuja, believes when women are empowered, they become catalysts for positive change, driving growth and developments in their families, communities, and society as a whole. The event, which drew customs officers' wives from across the FCT, featured a panelist discussion bordering on making women create a brighter future for themselves as they continue to push boundaries, challenge stereotypes, and advocate for a more inclusive and equitable world.
We are committed to providing our members with the tools and resources they need to succeed. We have launched various initiatives, including skills acquisition programs, business training, and empowerment schemes, aimed at enhancing the economic independence and self-sufficiency of our members.
Women are more aware of their capability. The spirit is high, and I think a lot of us will go out now to put our foot down in a lot of things that will help to develop the community.
For women to take action about their life, be mentally aware, be self-aware, make sure to develop yourself in any given situation you find yourself in. Connect with meaningful people so that you can learn, because no one is an island.
It has really given a lot of insights, especially when we discuss the health, finances, how women will be able to balance their home and their workplace, and also be able to impact in taking decisions.
I am very happy and I learned a lot. I'm saying a big thank you to our president, Mrs. Kike Lomo Adeniyi, for organizing this for us. Happy International Day, everyone.
Happy International Day. Now, key players in the oil and gas industry say it is undergoing a data-driven transformation, leveraging big data analytics to enhance operational efficiency and decision-making. Lydia Sampson reports on a synergy to deepen reliable data sharing in Abuja.
By analyzing the vast data from sensors and seismic surveys, volume of production and consumption, oil and gas companies can optimize exploration, reduce cost, and improve safety. The interface between NMDPRA and National Bureau of Statistics is premised on continuous collaboration, data sharing, and navigating gaps for a win-win.
Our colleagues, I made sure that we hold back all those that are relevant to these discussions so that we can work together to come up with a framework of collaboration, not only in terms of data exchange, but knowledge exchange, capacity exchange, because we have expertise on our own side, you have expertise on your other side, on your side, so there is need to collaborate.
We all know the role that the oil sector is playing in our economy. So it's not a sector that can be taken to background or neglected. If you don't come to us, we have to come to you, because we know that we need you to get accurate information about the economy of their country.
As the industry faces increasing competition and misinformation and environmental pressures, pushing out the correct narrative to counter online misinformation, harnessing data insights, they both agree is crucial for sustainable growth and global competitiveness. The shift, they reiterate, underscores the pivotal role of data in shaping the industry's future. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
And that's it on the news. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.